welcome to all of you around the world to the Day Trade Masters segment today, right here live on YouTube. Myself, Nico, analyst and trainer at bitcointaf.com. So glad to be here on our fourth episode with Day Trade Masters, trading with Day Trade Masters, looking at what we do here, getting some skills, getting some tips and tricks. So welcome to all of you watching. I've got my YouTube live open here, so I'll just check if there's any questions. Please ask your questions live here on YouTube in the chat channel here. I believe there's a live chat. If you can see on your side, please, if you have any questions regarding anything, regarding day trading, medium-term trading, any questions you might have, any type of analysis problems, that we can sort out here for sure. So I'm going to go back to this image. So this week in Day Trade Masters, medium-term trade reports and long-term trading, we have released the Detonator version 6. Very, very exciting news. The Detonator being our go-to indicator on Day Trade Masters, MTT, as well as long-term trading. So it's really a great indicator to have. It's totally available on two courses, the Ultimate Trading course and also the Ultimate DeFi course by Corey Gardner, my fellow friend, as well as analyst, right, and Day Trade Masters as well. So we had a segment about Corey last week. There is a recording here on our YouTube channel. I implore you to go check out that recording where Corey dives deep into some DeFi strategies, and he talks about, Ian Keefe talks about DeFi, having a nice chat about it, what DeFi is, basics of it. And he also talks about his awesome course, the Ultimate DeFi course. So go check it out. It is in our video library right here on bitcointaf.com's YouTube underneath videos. Also, if you like our videos, if you like these segments we do each week, please like and subscribe down below. And also check that little bell icon to give you notifications if there's any new videos being uploaded or there's any new material that we've loaded, that you can go check it out. Then twice a week we also have our onboarding. So if you're new to the crypto space and you want to know a little bit more what Bitcoin Tav has to offer, Keith's doing an incredible job right there on the onboarding calls. So it's each Monday, I believe. It's more for the Canadian USA time zone, I would say, and then we have Fridays, that's more the Africa and Europe time zone. So go check it out and support, bring your friends and family, and just come ask Keith anything related to that. So as I see the viewers are coming in here live with us in Day Trade Masters room on air, today is going to be a very, very interesting segment. We're going to look a little bit at indicators. Now, we have received so many questions regarding indicators. And I just thought and saw it fit that with the release of our new indicator, the Detonator 6 version 6, it's not the new, it's the update to it, the new Detonator version 6, I thought it good to look at some useful indicators we can use in day trading. Useful indicators we can use in medium-term trading, some indicators we can use in long-term trading. And it's a very interesting subject always been for me. When I started trading, when I started getting into TradingView, the online platform or the online planning space that you have for all your trading and charting and analysis, I had quite a large interest delving into what indicators are, how they are made, how they are coded. And indicators basically are just helpful tools to reach our decision at the end of the day. Are we going to enter trades or are we going to exit them? When are we going to enter them and when are you going to exit them? So that is what indicators helps us a lot with. And the right indicators put together, you can really get to a very, very close estimate. And your risk management will definitely improve with the right indicators too. Just giving you that little bit of a hand. But I need to talk about something very, very important before we delve into indicators. And that is the part or the point of a lot of people rely totally on an indicator. And We did some myths the other day, busted some myths in the previous episode 3. And if you haven't watched episode 3, just go check out our library. It's in the Day Trade Masters library, all our recordings so far. And we've done, I believe this is our 4th one, so we've done 3 already. So there's some great info there for you. So go check out those previous episodes. But to get back to indicators, a lot of people rely heavily on the indicator. That's the go-to. That's the thing they only look at. Where we need to remember, indicators are like a tool. So if I'm building a house, I'm not just going to use one hammer to build a house. You're going to need a lot of tools to build a house. I'm going to use a saw. I'm going to use a lot of other stuff, bricks, cement, all those stuff, scaffolding. I'm going to need a lot more to build a house, not just a hammer. Now, the same with trading again. We cannot just rely on one indicator. You can't just rely on this indicator is going to do, it's the begin all, end all, the magnificent thing that ever existed. No. Again, it's going to be in day trading, medium-term, long-term trading, in any type of trading, it comes down to having the skill of analysis first. So you need to first analyze your chart. You need to get your support and resistance lines in there. You need to get your trend lines down. You need to get all your trend levels down to give you estimates. And then by using and getting an indicator added, you use the indicator with your strategy just to give you a better idea of what the market is currently doing and where will be a better time to take some profit, where will be a good time to climb out of the market, where will be a good time to stay in the market, where will be a good time to enter the market. So I want to just hammer, pardon the pun, hammer a little bit on that point of don't just rely on one indicator. It's not, when I started trading, it is one thing I started doing and soon realized that no, it's not going to be the only way that you're going to, because the market will humble you. It will come back and show you this indicator. You can't just rely on one indicator. But yes, let's quickly dive into TradingView, yeah, and look at some of the indicators, or just see what indicators are. Now, the platform I'm looking at and where I do chart and do my analysis is TradingView. If you do not have TradingView, just go to TradingView. They have 2 options. You have your online option, which is a browser option where you can have your charting, or you have as well a desktop version that you can download and you can also work on there. So I'm more on the desktop version. I like the desktop version, so I downloaded it as an app on my desktop and I use that for trading as well. So I'm going to jump in here with TradingView. So first of all, I just want to test my volume here. I just want to see if my volume is working. As well, a desktop version. Okay, it is working here on my side. So that's good. That's good. Just want to make sure my volume is also right. Okay, cool. So going to TradingView, and if you open it, if you go to the main page of TradingView, so I want to quickly just get here with just jump in here. Right. So I want to open my browser as well. So if you jump in here with TradingView, you will see on the main chart, and what I first want to show you is with the indicators that you get. TradingView gives you already a plethora of indicators that you can use. So if you scroll down, you will see this nice little picture they have here currently on mine. You got the market summary, and if you now scroll down, you will see nice indicators and strategies right here. And this is the section that I want to get to a little bit, and you will see there's editors picks, there's following, and there's popular. The editors picks is usually just the indicators that the editors think is a very, very good type of indicator list that you can look at. There's also a popular one of a lot of popular indicators that you can look at, and you can find them also underneath here. Now, let me tell you, I have been going through all these lists a lot since I started trading, and there are so many indicators, a lot of them. So even if you go a little bit more to the right and you see all indicators and strategies, and you click on that, I mean, you can scroll down. There are so many indicators. I mean, if you look at the bottom, they have up to 42 pages of indicators that you can go look at in TradingView. Now, also to get it down to brass tacks of what is an indicator. Indicator is basically just a type of code. So it's coding that TradingView uses that you can write your own indicator. You can use code to write your own indicator. And a lot of people have done that. We have done that as well with the detonator indicator. And that's how we have it available here on TradingView. But let's quickly jump into a chart here. Excuse me. And we will see, I'll open this array chart. Now, yes, I know this looks quite like a playground going on here, but I want to go here to the bottom. Here to the bottom where it says Pine Editor. If you go here to the top, bottom left button, you'll see Pine Editor. And if you click on there, you will see here is the editor that you can create your own little indicator. If you know coding, if you can work in Pine script. Now, Pine Editor means basically it's Pine script code that you're going to use. Now, you get a lot of clever people that uses this type of scripts to create these indicators. So that's definitely where you can write your script. You can even here, you can see you've got a lot of options where you can save your script. You can do a lot of stuff here, create a new one. So there's a lot of things you can, if you know how to code, you can write your own code here. And by using this code, you can then create your own indicator that you can then basically have on your chart. So I'm just going to collapse that again. And this is what you basically get. If you're coding and you get your indicator down in TradingView, you now have a lot of indicators you can look at. Now, I've opened a couple of them on this chart here. And there's a lot of them on here. Now, some of it is our proprietary indicator that we have. Some of them is free indicators that you can get. Some of them are very popular indicators that we're also going to look at. And I'm going to give you like 2 or 3 today that's really, really popular that you can look at and that you can use. But one thing when we get to indicators, and let's just go to a clean page in TradingView. Otherwise, I just wanted to bring that in just to make it nice and colorful and show you how many oscillators and indicators you can get. But getting to indicators, we need to remember, seeing that this is the trend. Now remember, the trend is the candles that we see on top of the on the canvas here on TradingView. Now there's 2 types of indicators that you get. You get your trend indicators. The trend indicators is usually attached to the trend. You will see they sometimes will run on top of it, run below it. That runs with the trend. Then you also get more your oscillators. These are indicators that open at the bottom of the chart and run on its own on a type of an oscillation system. And you will see normally there's like values here on the right hand side that these oscillation systems adhere to by representing the trend up here or the candles on this oscillation system right here. So I'm just going to delete that just to give you an idea what type of indicators we do get. Now to open indicators is quite easy. You just go up here to the stop part here and you'll see on the next 2 candles you have indicators, metrics and strategies. Now I'm going to open it and you can already see there's a lot of indicators right here in my block. Now the fun fact of these are, so you can go search for an indicator. So if you have an idea for an indicator, let's say volume, let's go to a volume indicator. So if you type in volume here, you already see a lot of volume indicators right here. So in these volume indicators, you will get quite a plethora of just volume indicators. Now you can see community, you can see technicals, you can see favorites. Now I have a couple of volume indicators that I favorited here. Now the thing about these nice indicators is if you say like an indicator, say like this volume delta, you can go here to the left hand side and just like it. That will then automatically place the indicator in your favorites section here. So you will have all your indicators together underneath your favorite list. So that already gives you quite a nice control of how to categorize and how to keep all your indicators. So lots of times I've used an indicator and then I forgot to favorite it. And then I forgot where that indicator is or what the indicator is called. And then I need to go and search for it again. But yes, let's look at the normal volume indicator. So I'm just going to, from here, this list, you can just click on the indicator you would like and it will open the volume indicator. Now, this volume indicator usually comes open. If you open a new chart, you will see this volume indicator at the bottom. Now, remember what I said? This is a type of indicator that runs underneath your trend. So this is regarded as more of a projection or oscillation type of indicator on its own. It's not on top of the trend, but it represents exactly what's going on the trend here. So you can see all the volume spikes in this coin. I think this was Ray. You can see all the volume spikes here with the volume that went up. So this is what this indicator shows you. It shows you all the volume spikes in the current trend. And you can use then that for some analysis. And it's just, remember, these indicators are tools. It's helpful tools that will give us to the end goal of deciding what we will look at the end of the day. Okay, I just want to spikes here with the volume. So I want to quickly just close this volume again. Now, the nice thing about indicators, once you've chosen them here in your favorite section or in your indicators, metrics and strategies, you can easily open them up and they will be on your top left-hand side of your screen. So you'll see that volume indicator I open is now there on the top left-hand screen. But this is more basics, and I believe we in bitcointaf.com we have a lot of we have a fundamentals course with Holden, so you can go check it out, where they teach you a lot of these type of basics. But I want to climb into more advanced or more intermediate advanced type of strategies, and I want to look at some interesting indicators today that we can use. Now, one of the favorites I tend to look at, and I don't want to, I just want to show you on the left-hand side. Sometimes you get invite-only scripts too. These are usually scripts that's like with the ultimate trading course of bitcointaf.com that we have. We will send you the indicators. So you'll see the detonator A, detonator B, and detonator C is right there. There's also all the knots indicators right there. So all your invite-only scripts, what does this mean? You need an invite from the person whose script it is to give you access to that indicator. Now, the detonator is only available, say, through the Ultimate Trading course. You don't pay for the indicator, you just get it for free with the Ultimate Trading course. So that is then where we will then book out this indicator to you, and you will find it underneath your invite-only script right here. Others, the free indicators you will find here. If you search for them, you'll also see there's technical indicators that you can look at. There's strategies, profiles, patterns that you can look at. A lot of type of interesting picks here. Here's a community one. So if you want to look at what's the editor's picks, what type of indicators he has recommended to everyone, you can go through these lists here too. And there's some interesting type of indicators that you will get here. Look at this. There's a Bitcoin power law clock. There's a circular candlestick chart. That's let's see what that does. Oh wow. So you'll see at the bottom it opens the circular type of clock with connects to your candles here. And now the interesting part also of indicators, once you've opened, say, a community-based one, you can then go here, and on the left-hand side you will have all your settings for this particular indicator. So you can click that little scroll wheel and you will see input, style, and visibility. So style, you can go make it nice. There's usually colors and stuff that you can change here. Inputs is very important because this is where you can change all the inputs of your indicators. And a lot of people miss this step because sometimes if there's something that irritates you about the indicator, like a line or some, say, a buy and sell tag or something that you don't want on there, you can go switch it on and off here. There's also visibility that you can look at. So you can do a lot here on the left-hand side on this. And then also what's quite nice is if you go here to these three little dots and you want to know more about the script, you just can click on that and it takes you to this script page or this indicator page. And then what's nice is it shows you what it looks like, and then it also shows you a little description of what the indicator is, who's the creator of the indicator, and also then comments. People can go and see the comments of, say, this indicator, and you can also go raise your comment here and say, okay, this indicator is great, or this is very good. So definitely something, it's a whole new world. That's opened totally a whole new world for me. It's a very, very exciting world to go and explore all these indicators. But the thing is, there are so many. Now the question comes, which ones are better than others? Which ones are good? Which ones are not? And that also now comes with that type of homework and time, the time factor of how do you know which one is the right one? You need to go search for it, you need to find it, and then you need to apply it, and then you need to test it for a certain time. This is where the time factor comes in now. Now, this is quite, it takes some time to go test many of these, but I just wanted to make clear that everyone understand that you can go and have all these little informations that you can check out about the script, or so all of those things are here for you to explore. Well, cool thing too that you can do from these dots is add alerts. So you can also add an alert to this, say, script. If there's an alert section, you can add an alert to it too. So if something happens here on the trend, it will, and it corresponds here with confluence, say on the indicator, it will give you an alert and say, hey, something's happening here, and you can go check out the chart of what's happening here. So I just wanted to give that as an example. If you finish with the indicator, you can switch it off by the icon here, or you can just click the remove button. If you only want to see the trend, there's a nice little useful tip. If you just want to see the trend and not the indicator below it, you can just click on any empty space in the chart, double click, and you will only have the trend. You can double click again in the space and you will have the indicator below it again. So it's just a useful trick on how to just open and close it if you do not want it there all the time. If you would like your indicators, I don't know why you would, but if you would like to move your indicators to the top section of your chart, there's this little button, the up and down button you can use to move it around. But I've never seen anyone really having the indicators at the top. You get some people that do that, but I prefer to rather have my trend at the top and my indicator at the bottom. It just works better for me at the end of the day. So I'm going to just close this one. If you want to remove it, you just click remove and it takes it away. And then if you go back here to your community, there's other indicators. Then you can just go and scroll through and look at all the amazing ones they have here. There's top ones too. There's squeeze momentum. You can see a super trend one I'm looking at that I have there as my favorite. And I mean, these are top indicators. People say this is really cool. Here's a Fibonacci Bollinger Band one. Let's see what that one does. That will be interesting. Let's click. So this one, it seems, if you click here, Fibonacci Bollinger Band. So this must be a Bollinger Band. Now, if you look at a Bollinger Band is usually two bands with a medium band in the middle. It gives you an estimate of when, say, this will rise. Again, if you need basics in this, there is a foundational course that you can take to look at this. But this looks like those type of indicators. And again, if you go here to the settings, there's a lot of settings. So obviously I can see the length is 200 for the exponential moving average right here. Source, there's a lot of sources it seems. And there's a multiple. You can even make it say 4. Or, oh, I see you can make it up or down in multiple fractions. And then you also have a style. This is what I meant by style. If you don't like, say, the purple line there, you can change it to another line, red and green. So there's a lot of inputs and stuff that you can change here. But today I want to show everyone quick a nice little indicator that you can use. I'm just going to remove that. I've got a plethora of favorites that I have here in my list. But let's quickly look at some indicators that I would say is a good one for you. Now here's one that not a lot of people... Oh, let me go to my favorites. I was now scrolling down there on the financial. Let's go quickly down and let's go quickly to... I just want to jump in this hash ribbons. If you go to hash ribbons, I think it's a Capriole Investments. This gives you quite a nice idea of capitulation in the market. Now, capitulation comes down to if you think of miners. Now, remember, in crypto, there's miners all around the world. These miners are on the blockchain. And these miners are responsible for a lot of things in that blockchain, like transferring coins from one exchange to another, and the speed at which it happens. Now, what the nice thing of this hash ribbon indicator is that you can see capitalization when it starts, and then it gives you a nice little buy signal. You can see it then starts up there, and it starts up having that nice little run there. Also still in a buy. There's also another buy signal that you can use. Then there's also capitalization. It seems, looks like a downwards move. And then also another, and then you get another buy signal. So these are nice little, this is a nice little indicator I've always used in the past to look at. And it also gives you these 2 EMAs that's running here. So yes, this hash ribbons is a very, very cool indicator that you can use. And it's also available for free. And I believe if we go, if you just go and search hash ribbons, that's one that you can basically use. Another favorite that is really, really popular, and I've seen a lot of people use this one, is let's quickly get there. Where is mine now? Where's mine now? Yes, let's quickly see. The other one is the imbalance. I think it's the imbalance one, yes. The imbalance is also a very cool little indicator. We do teach this also in the Ultimate Trading course, but I'm going to give you a little freebie here today. The imbalance indicator, what it does, it makes candles black where there's imbalance in the market. Let me just close this one here. It makes all candles black when it is in the market. So every time there is a black candle, and you can see here also you have settings, you can color the bars different colors if you would like that. But every time there's an imbalance in the market, this indicator gives you a black candle. Meaning, okay, there's some imbalance in the market. So which means at the end of it, just be a bit cautious, or the imbalance here can mean a nice turnaround here, depending on where your support level is or where your resistance level as well is. So remember, we spoke a little bit about trend lines and support and resistance in the past. And we also teach this in the Ultimate Trading course, all the resistance levels and support levels and how to look for them, how to find them, where are the best ones. We do teach you that in the Ultimate Trading course. So yes, the imbalance is also a good one that you can look at. We use a plethora of other indicators in Day Trade Masters, as well as in MTT and long-term trading. Holdenhoff's team also has their own indicators, custom indicators that they use and which they teach you in. And I'm not going to go through all those indicators today, because that is definitely part of the course that they teach you very well in, as well as in Day Trade Masters, the Ultimate Trading course. We teach you all of those more important indicators that we look for when the markets are running. But these 2 little freebies, I just wanted to give you that. It works for me. It gives me some nice insight of what's happening in the markets. Now, just to go back, let me just go back to this image. Just to show you the detonators indicator of what we're using, I'm just going to give you, I'm not going to go over it and give you an overview, but I just want to show you what it basically looks like. So if I go in with my trading view, just go back to trading view here. Go back to the screen here. I'm just going to get rid of all of these indicators here. Let's get rid of all of them. Here's that nice one that I showed you that you can use. And I'm just going to open detonator C here. Now this is the detonator indicator that we currently have here in bitcointaf.com. We use this in Day Trade Masters. We use this in medium-term trade reports as well as long-term trading. This is definitely an indicator that you can look at. You get this indicator with the Ultimate Trading course. And if I can go into it a little bit more, the thing about the detonator indicator is we've went through all those lists of indicators, and we saw what works. There's a lot of indicators we tested in the past. We got hold of a coder actually and told him, listen, this is what we actually need. This is the type of what the indicator should do. This is what it needs confluence points on. This is what it needs to do in A. This is what it needs to do in B. This is what it needs to do in C. And we work very long and did extensive research on markets, especially crypto markets, with the detonator, and we came to this final indicator that we provide with the Ultimate Trading course. So very, very proud of it. And this indicator, me and Corey has tested it in Day Trade Masters and MTT for almost like 4 years, and we have close to a 94% average on it. So it's a really, really an accurate indicator. It works in confluence with technical analysis. Like we'll go back to what I said in the beginning. Technical analysis with the indicator, right indicator, will get you to the point of knowing when to enter and exit trades. So definitely this indicator is the indicator we use. This is the indicator I use. There's no other indicator I basically use. And I can guarantee you I went through hundreds. I've tested hundreds. I spend a lot of time on testing indicators and see what tools work. And you will see at the end of the day what tools work best for you. And this is the tool that I teach all the students in Ultimate Trading course. This is the tool we use in DeFi course with Corey. This is the tool that Maurice uses in long-term trading reports with these algorithms, as well as looking at charts there. So I cannot look at any type of chart without firstly doing technical analysis or secondly using the detonator. There's no way. I will be in the dark. I won't know what to look for. So that is the indicator you get for free with the Ultimate Trading course. So I want to make that clear as well. So it is that time, ladies and gentlemen, on this Tuesday DTM live here on YouTube, to look at chart pattern of the week, or pattern of the week, because I'm saying that for a reason today. We're going to delve into the pattern of the week. I see there's a lot of people watching. Welcome to everyone here on YouTube. If there's any questions, please ask me here in the live chat channel. I will answer any questions that you might have right there. And remember, again, please like and subscribe if you like this content. If you like these little tips and tricks that we give you, please like and subscribe. And also put on the notifications that you can know when we have some new content as well that we're going to post. So, chart pattern of the week. Now remember, there is Ultimate Chart Patterns with bitcointaf.com. It's a product that we have. I will quickly show everyone after this on the website of what it looks like, where you can get hold of this. I believe there was a new update now, I believe in this week, of the chart pattern. So please go check it out. But looking at the pattern of the week, and that is going to be inverted hammer candlestick pattern. Yes, it's not just chart patterns we have in that book. It's also candlestick patterns. So with each Tuesday on these calls, we're going to look at one or other pattern. If it's not a chart pattern, it can be a candlestick pattern. But today, I think, especially where the markets are currently at, looking at what the markets are doing, we're looking at the inverted hammer candlestick pattern. Now remember, and you can see this is on page 6 of the book. So I'm giving you a little preview just to show you what the book looks like actually. Hopefully, the team won't be too angry that I show you just a little view, just a little peek into the book here. So this is what a book what looks like. This is the candlestick. Each candlestick pattern is discussed and explained like this in this format, as well as chart patterns. So you will have bullish reversals, you have bearish reversals, you have all the information that you need or ever will need for any candlestick pattern or chart pattern will be in this book. So it's very, very nice reference for you, especially next to your computer where you're trading. Because candlestick patterns is just as important as chart patterns. Candlestick patterns can show us a lot of what goes on. And I'll jump into TradingView soon to just show you. But looking at the inverted hammer. Now, if you look at the bottom part, you will see that nice little image there. And a inverted hammer is basically, think of Thor's hammer that's upside down on the ground. Lying on the ground with the handle up in the air. That's what you see there. And a very interesting thing of inverted hammer is that it can be either a green candle, but it can also be a red candle. And fun fact, as you see there, the fun fact, hammers are used with confidence to identify bear traps in the market. Yes, bear traps. This is a very important candle because sometimes the market wants to catch us out in a bull or a bear trap. Now, these traps we also discuss in the Ultimate Trading course. We teach you exactly what you need to know. But let's jump into TradingView a little bit again. And let me quickly look at if we can find a inverted hammer. So I'm going to just jump back into TradingView. And let's go to this layout here. I'm just going to switch off this imbalance. And usually what you're looking for, where hammers usually happens, is usually right here where you have, say, a downwards move and there's like almost a turnaround for upwards move. This is usually position of where you will find these type of hammers. Now, lots of times and I've made that mistake to think that a hammer formed, but then it's actually a hammer with a little bit of a candle on top of it. A hammer is actually, there's no candle on top. Now you can see right here, if I zoom in here to this, say, candle here, people might regard this as a hammer too, but not really, because there's the body of the candle. There is the wick, the longer part of the wick, and then a short wick at the bottom. That's not really a hammer. So people might mistake that. So we need to be very, very careful for this. So I'm just going to delete just these scribbles that I have here, and let's just reset the chart again. Nice little tip, if you want to reset the chart, if you say scroll out on trading, if you want to reset it, just go here to this little reset chart view here on the bottom, click and reset. And that's just a little tip there for you. But yes, I have found a hammer right here at almost the end of the trend in this coin called Radium. Very, very good coin. Tip, tip, hint, hint. Did you catch that? Yes, it's a good coin. So, looking at here, I will actually regard right here, this is a hammer. Right here. This is a hammer. Right there. Can you see that green hammer there? It does this, and then it goes down to this, and then it's the candle stick inside there, doing that. So I think this one is a good example of a hammer. And as you see what happened with the trend, this is exactly what the hammer did. Now remember, the hammer candlestick pattern is a bullish reversal. So when does this happen? In this instance is a perfect example of what happens in a inverted hammer. What did we have? We had the candles falling down in a downtrend, like so. Then we came to a bottom here. And remember, we do teach you where to look for bottoms, where to look for tops. But we got to a bottom here, and I can even, let's draw a line there. Let's just get rid of that scribble. Let's draw a bottom line there. A support line, we call it. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that. There was a little bit of a glitch there in the system, in the matrix. The matrix gave us a little bit of a circles turning there. So yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, let's get back to where we are. So it did came back here past this level. It did find support on the support system or level right here, on this level here, and then this candlestick formed. Now, what's nice about inverted hammers? It's called sometimes you'll get a bear trap or a bull trap. Now, this is what happens, what it signifies a bear trap in this situation, because remember, this is a bullish reversal. So what happened right here, we might have thought in the forming of this candle that we might still break through and still go a little bit lower. That's what they call a bear trap, because bears go down. So Corey, my fellow analyst at Day Trade Masters, always say the bulls take the stairs, the bears jump out the window. Same thing here, it jumps out the window. So if you go back on here, this is what happened now with this candlestick pattern, is it signified, hey, wait, this is turning around. This trend is going to reverse in a bullish direction, meaning it's going upwards in a bullish fashion. That's why we call this candlestick pattern, the inverted hammer, a bullish reversal. This is exactly what happened here now. It's exactly what happened here. Let's just go back. I'm just going to delete all of that. So that gave us that surety that the trend will move up. So that is the candlestick pattern of the week, the inverted hammer. Remember, we get also a normal hammer, which is the other way around, and then that is a bearish divergence or a bearish indicator. But let's just get back here quickly to our main Zoom. So hope you enjoy that. Hope you enjoy the candlestick pattern of the week, or the pattern of the week. Always fun to look at that, and always to learn what is the pattern of the week and how we will use it. I'm getting some questions here. Let's quickly see. I'm going to answer some questions here. Louise, can I buy only the book and trade without any additional training? No. You need training, and by that I mean you need to do the training courses as well. We have a foundational course, and then we also have the ultimate training course. You start with a foundational course, go then to a more intermediate, advanced, ultimate training course. If you feel that you already have foundational knowledge, if you're already set up, if you're already trading, it's also a good, then you can also look at the ultimate trading course as well. So that's what we, in Ultimate Trading Course, we delve deep into analysis. We delve deep into technical indicators. We teach you how to do your own charting. We teach you candlestick patterns. These type of patterns we look at now, we show you that, we teach you. So another thing, even when the hammer is, okay, another question, even when the hammer is red, is bullish. Even when the hammer is red, is bullish reversal. Yes, the candlestick pattern can be red or green. It will still be a bullish reversal. So that's why I say sometimes it is a bit of a bear trap, bull trap situation. So when it shows, be sure there can be that type of thing happening. I see people say that my voice keeps dipping. Yes, that is, I don't know, I've got some connection issues here, so apologies for that. I'll try and sort that out as we go on. But yeah, I think we can call that a week. Thank you so much for everyone joining us. I think I did go through all the questions here. Thanks for joining me here today. And we'll definitely do this next week again. And thanks for joining. And yeah, thanks for... And another thing, like I said, log in, subscribe, please like the channel as well as the alert button. Then you have notifications of all our new live events that's going to be posted too. So thanks so much for joining me here this week. We'll definitely see each other again. Keep well, keep safe, trade safe, and we'll talk again soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.